Buying a new fighter jet for Canada has been a decades-long saga, one filled with political drama, shifting priorities and endless debates. Every few years, the story returns to the headlines with new promises and new delays. It's a bit like shopping for a car, but with way more paperwork, a lot more red tape, and a price tag that could fund a small country for years. Except in this case, the car is a multi-million-dollar war machine. The CF-18s are so old, their pilots probably used cassette tapes on missions. Some of these jets have been flying since the 1980s, patched up and kept running by dedicated crews, but they're showing their age. The plan was simple, at least on paper. Buy the American F-35, a flying supercomputer packed with the latest technology, stealth features and digital wizardry. But as the years dragged on, costs ballooned from 19 billion to nearly 28 billion, making Ottawa nervous and taxpayers even more skeptical. Now, with only a handful of F-35s actually ordered, the rest of the fleet, 72 jets, remains up for grabs, leaving Canada's Air Force in limbo and planners scrambling for alternatives. Enter the Swedish Saab Gripen, less flashy, more reliable, and built for harsh winters. It's a jet designed to handle the kind of cold and remote conditions that define much of Canada. The F-35 is like a temperamental supercar. The Gripen is a dependable Volvo Polestar. One dazzles with its features, the other wins points for practicality and ease of maintenance. The real question: does Canada need the most expensive, complicated jet or a practical, cost-effective tool for defending a vast, frozen country? With so much territory to cover, reliability and adaptability matter just as much as cutting-edge tech. The answer isn't as simple as the generals want you to believe. Political interests, alliances, and national pride all play a role in the final decision. The debate is back, and this time the stakes are higher than ever. What Canada chooses next will shape its Air Force and its place in the world for decades to come. The F-35 sales pitch is irresistible. Stealth, advanced sensors and fifth-generation tech that promises to keep any Air Force ahead of the curve. It's marketed as the ultimate solution for modern aerial warfare, a symbol of cutting-edge American innovation and military might. But reality bites. Less than a third of F-35s are combat-ready at any time, leaving fleets grounded and expectations unmet. The numbers simply don't match the hype. Maintenance is a nightmare, costing up to 10 times more per hour than the Gripen. Technicians scramble to keep these jets flying, but the complexity and expense are staggering. Fewer flights mean less training for pilots and less protection for Canada's skies. The readiness gap grows and operational effectiveness suffers. The Block 4 upgrade, meant to unlock key features, is a decade late. Promised capabilities remain out of reach, leaving air forces waiting and frustrated. Even the US is cutting orders, raising doubts about the program's future. If the world's largest military is hesitating, what does that say for everyone else? The F-35 is a flying iPhone, useless without constant delayed software updates. Each patch brings hope, but also new headaches and uncertainty. When the builder hesitates to buy its own product, maybe it's time to reconsider. Confidence in the program is clearly wavering. For Canada, the F-35 is starting to look less like a dream and more like a costly gamble. The price tag keeps climbing, and the promised benefits remain just out of reach. Is it really the right choice for Canada's future defence, or just a high-tech mirage? The Swedes know winter, and they know how to thrive in it. Their entire approach to engineering is shaped by the need to survive and excel in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. That's why they build things that work, reliably, efficiently, and with a touch of Scandinavian practicality. The Saab Gripen E isn't stealthy, but it's packed with cutting-edge technology, advanced sensors, and a suite of deadly weapons. Its Meteor missile is a true game-changer, outranging anything the F-35 can carry, and giving pilots a decisive edge in long-range combat. The F-35 can't even use the Meteor, limiting its options in a real fight. But the Gripen's real strength lies in its affordability and ease of maintenance. Qualities that matter when budgets are tight and readiness is everything. Refuel, rearm, and it's back in the air in under 10 minutes, faster than almost any other modern fighter. That means more jets flying, more of the time, for the same budget. Operational tempo stays high, and pilots get more time in the air. Saab's offer goes even further. Build the jets in Canada, creating thousands of high-quality jobs and revitalizing the country's aerospace industry for the next generation. Instead of sending billions abroad, Canada could invest in its own people, technology, and future prosperity. The Gripen isn't just a jet, it's an opportunity to build, not just buy. It's a chance to shape the future of Canadian aerospace. For a country with endless skies, vast frontiers, and brutal winters, that's a big deal. It's a practical, future-proof choice, designed to meet real-world needs, not just look good on paper. Why settle for a hangar queen when you can have a true workhorse, ready for whatever the future brings? Canada's vast frozen north demands a jet that thrives in the cold. The F-35, designed for sunny states, has struggled in Arctic conditions, even crashing in Alaska due to frozen hydraulics. The Gripen was built for winter, able to launch from snowy highways and operate at 40 degrees C. Its rugged design means quick turnarounds, even with crews in thick gloves. Dispersed operations make Canada's Air Force harder to target and more flexible. The F-35's dependence on big, warm bases is a liability. For Canada, the Gripen is the right tool for the job. Buying a fighter jet isn't just about hardware, it's about control. The F-35's software, data and parts are all controlled by the US. Washington could ground Canada's fleet with a single decision. The Gripen offers full sovereignty. Canadian technicians can update, modify and arm the jets as they see fit. Building the jets in Canada means a domestic supply chain and true independence. It's the difference between owning your house and renting a room. For a country that values its independence, that matters. The main argument for the F-35 is interoperability, playing nice with allies. Canada's partners fly F-35s, and the military warns that a mixed fleet could cause chaos. But most major air forces operate multiple jet types without issue. The Gripen is fully NATO compliant and proven in joint exercises. The real issue is politics. Choosing the Gripen might upset Washington. But basing a 40-year defence decision on not hurting feelings is short-sighted. Canada must balance alliance needs with its own interests. Independence shouldn't be sacrificed for convenience. Canada faces a clear choice. The F-35 is the military's favourite, high-tech, expensive and dependent on US goodwill. The Gripen is practical, affordable and offers sovereignty and jobs at home. A mixed fleet, some F-35s, mostly Gripens, could be the Canadian Compromise. This decision will shape Canada's defence for decades. The F-35 is the easy, risky path. The Gripen is the smart, independent one. Choosing wisely means a capable sovereign air force ready for Canada's unique challenges. The future of Canadian defence depends on it, and that's a prize worth fighting for.